In Chapter 7 of Speed FE8, there are no reinforcements, which means that we can proceed at a leisurely pace. Still, mages start to show that they're pretty threatening in this context. Normally, they just hit on the weaker res stat once. However, here, Seth takes around half his HP's worth in damage from a Thunder Mage in a round of combat that he does not retaliate on. It's still pretty relaxed though. Unfortunately, Colm is not able to steal the energy ring. This is for two reasons. Firstly, he hasn't deployed. Secondly, and perhaps more importantly, he has 0 speed, which is less than the energy ring mage's 6 speed needed for him to be able to steal it. From here, we head straight into Chapter 8. This proves to be a cramped opener that requires the use of rescue dropping on turn 1 in order to avoid low defense units getting heavily injured by the archer. Once Ephraim and his knights arrive, initially I have them hold back, hoping to block off the cavalry reinforcements that spawn. However, they are, in fact, walk-on reinforcements, and are thus just displaced up by 1 tile each. This means that clever positioning is required to avoid having any one of them get destroyed, which the Regan Leaf does help with. After this, I have them do things up until they run out of healing, which doesn't take very long given how much of that they used in 5x. This is especially the case as progressing through the right side grinds to a halt, as money deals effective damage to me, and I've been paid less than the cost of a cup of coffee to train Neimi. As a result, I decide to train Neimi on the Armor Knights in the Angelic Robed Room, while Seth chokes the point. This process continues until she breaks her iron bow, at which point I stop because I don't have additional bows in the convoy. The slow walk does, however, continue towards the leftmost treasure room. Colm is able to prove somewhat useful here by lockpicking open a chest containing an Elysian Whip. We have no use for this, as Vanessa has gotten the same number of points of experience as her speed, and Tana will probably do the same. Throughout this extremely lengthy process, I run a poll on which route we should take. Erica route will be bad because Erica sucks and I hate Villager Silence, but also means that Seth gets to keep his ace poor partner. Ephraim route will be bad because 0 speed Phantom Ship and Floor Spar's Oath will be interesting, and means that even if we get through it, we probably fail on the desert map because Erica sucks and will be destroyed by the Pegasi reinforcements. This means that we end up going Ephraim route, so I'm expecting to lose this attempt. I'm not looking forward to Chapter 9 of Fort Rigwald. I also do not look forward to what I decided to do before heading off there, which is to spend over an hour grinding in the Tower of Valni and gathering unethical experience. Early on in this process, we get Gilliam to level 20 and promote him into a general. This is the second time in consecutive Sacred Stones runs where I make him a general, which I do for the increased bulk and also the extra point of speed. In a cursed turn of events, this +3 speed from general promotion bonuses means that Gilliam is our fastest unit now, and can only be properly eclipsed by a Ewan who promotes into the Dark Magic line. He also has more HP, strength and defense than Seth, with only 1 less res, which, considering the pace that we're going to be doing maps at, may mean that Gilliam is unironically now a better unit than Seth. The main reason why this grind goes on for so long though, is that chat votes to have Neimi level to 20 and then promote. This is further expanded on with people's wallets bidding over Neimi's promotion path, with over £50 being donated. In the end, Sniper wins out, meaning that we now have a 2-range locked unit with 18 strength, 6 defense, 11 res, 6 move, and a grand total of 1 speed. Still, both Chat and I are sick of Valni grinding, so instead of going and grinding up Artur to an as of yet undecided promotion path, we're going to head straight into Fort Rigwald without further delay. If you're interested in the progression of this run and aren't already, please do consider subscribing to the channel. In addition, I'm streaming this Cursed Iron Man weekly on Thursdays at 6:30 PM UK time, which is 1:30 EST, so it would be cool to see you there, with a stream actually starting 30 minutes after the release of this recap video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Until then, have a good one.